Good day, good day viewers. The demonstration I'm going to show you today is called IClass Restaurant POS. This particular software can be used to manage restaurants and bar, nightclub, event centers. So I will start by showing you the interface of this particular software. The software has a backend called IClass Biz Manager and the front end called IClass POS. So if you look at the direction of my mouse, the one I'm pointing to now is called IClass Biz Manager. And to launch this particular app, you double click on this icon. A message will come up to prompt, are you sure you want to open this app? Yeah, you say yes. So you allow the application to check the settings and connect to the database. So once it's connected, you see the last person that log in on this particular system. The password will be blank while the company name will be shown here. So that is the interface to log in. Now if I want to log in into this backend, I will put in my password. So the backend has been logged into. Now this particular place where I have rooftop and private is showing that I have two different sales points connected to this system. One particular sales point is called private, the other one is called rooftop. But in this demonstration, I'm going to use only this rooftop to explain how this application works. So let me minimize this and let us launch the front end. Now the front end is called IClass Restaurant POS. So as you can see, I'll double click on this one. I'll click on yes. So I'll allow the application to come up as well. Now it has been loaded. Every user that is going to use this application will have their name set up on the system like this. So they will have to select their name, put in the password against their name. So I'm logging in into this one using the built-in administrator. So I've logged in. So this is the interface. Any tables I open today is going to be displayed here. So that is the front end. Now on this demonstration, I also set up a mobile app that the waiter can carry within the restaurant areas if there is a wireless connection. So as they are attending to the customer, they can raise the order from the mobile app. The mobile app is expected to run on a tablet. On a tablet starting from 77 inch, 10 inch. It can also run on mobile phone that is 6 inch and above. So let's look at I've projected my mobile phone for this demonstration. So let's look at the mobile phone viewer. So this is the mobile phone. So now I'll put in the password of my mobile so that now I've logged into my mobile. Now when you go to the app where the app is installed on this mobile, let's scroll. It's called IClass Restaurant. You can see IRM. This is it. This is IClass Restaurant. So sorry, this may not be 100% clear because I'm projecting it. You are not seeing my mobile physically. To launch this particular app, you click here. You click on this IRM. So when you are launching it, it's coming up like this. So it's expecting you to put in the password. The same administrator will also put the password here. You can press these things to see as you are putting in the password to know whether you are putting the right thing. Now the app has been run. You won't see it fully very well because I'm using a mobile phone, but the best thing is to use the tablet. So now you have the item menu at the corner that seems not to be showing very well. So when I press that, I'm having my item list. You can see all my items starting from 33 export, Alomobita, everything. Then if I need to search for any item, I can easily search. As I'm searching, then I will see the item. So that is on the mobile. So we are starting with the backend. Let's assume I have a new waiter. I need to create a particular waiter. So I'll come to user. I'll click on new. I put in the name of the person. Maybe the person is bearing Felix Fache. It will be Felix.Fache. The password, I'll put in the password. To confirm it, I'll put it as well. The full name, I'll put the full name of the user. So the phone number, is good to put the phone numbers of the waiter. Now I've created a group, different group. I have the cashier, I have the waitress. In this case, I'm using waitress, like it's only female that serve as a waiter in this organization. So I'll tick here to show. These particular areas, I'll now click on save. Once I click on save, the name, as many sales point that is connected to this backend is going to show. It's going to show their name. Because I've logged into this one, let me log out. When I log out, let's look for the name. This is Felix Fache. So it's already appearing at the front end. So the backend control the front end. Whatever you created from the backend, you are going to see it in the front end. And whatever sales they posted from this front end is going back to the back end. You can have 10 different sales points connected to this back end. Also, if you have branches, maybe I have branches in VI, I have another one in Port Harcourt, I have another one in Abuja, and I want all of them to sync to this back end. So it's still this back end that will control everything. But in that case, you need internet in all the sales outlets for the sales to be able to come in. So now that we have set up everything, let's go to our backend again. I want us to see our inventory level. So under this inventory, I have stock balance. I have stock balance report that I can run to check my let's assume I'm checking for a particular group. Oh, I want to look at the drinks. So when I say generate, as of today, I want to see my drink, so I can see. So I want us to just look at some of them. We have 33 Export 23, we have Alomos 168, we have Bailey's 12, we have Berry Blast. Berry Blast is not available. We have Big Stout 48. So let's just master this first 6. So I'm going to use them as an examples and look at our stock value. Now, before we go to this demonstration of the order, let's also look at our sales report. We don't have any sales report today, but let's look at how this item can be created. Under the same inventory, this is item category, where you create the categories of the item. Like when you see food, you can see where this is the sales account that the food will be responding to, this is the cost of goods, and this is the inventory account. So this software has an account. So at the end of the day, we'll be looking at our, even if you want to define your budget, everything, my chart of accounts that has been set up, these are all my chart of accounts on the software. So if I need to create any new chart of account, I'll click on new, then put the account name, select the categories of the account, and select the admin, then income, If it is income statement or balance sheet, then I'll be able to classify that particular account. Now, going forward, for item creation, you have seen an examples of all the one we've created. This is cigarettes slash shisha is a group. I have only 3 groups: drinks and food. Now, this is classification. Now let's look at item. To create an item, you click on item, you click on item, you hit your new, then the description. Let's assume that I'm having a drink that is called Brixton. The item group is drink. The item family let me just look for soft drink. Let me just use soft drink as my this thing. So the barcode, I will leave the barcode empty. The system can generate, or if you want to tie the particular barcode of that item, you can tie it. Then cost price, let's assume that I'm buying this item 500 and I want my markup to be 80%. I can put my 80%. I have it as 900. So the system has calculated the selling price for me. I can use it. If you don't want the system to calculate, you can put your selling price directly. So I will save this item. So the item has been saved. If you check the stock value of this item, you will see that this item is 0. So the name of the item is Brixton. You can check. You can see the value is 0. Or if you want it in a printable format, you can click here. So this will open a report in a printable format. So you can see it is 0. So now I want to have stock for this particular item. I'll go to purchase. I click on purchase voucher, hit on new. I'll pick my supplier. Who is my supplier? In this case, let me use MGWare version, Venture, GWare version, which Venture is my supplier. I'll click here, pick an item, the item name, which is Brixton. Then how many quantity am I collecting from this supplier? 100. That is 50,000. This 50,000, when I add this to the, it's showing me that the total is 50,000. Now, it now depends. Am I paying this supplier or I'm not paying? Let's assume that I'm paying this supplier part payment. I'll add the supplier, the payment. Maybe I'm paying part payment. For Brixton. The mode of payment. Oh, okay. Mode of payment, I can say I'm paying it with Zenith check. Do you understand? I'm paying with Zenith check. Then it has already selected. I'll say save and continue. Oh, sorry. I can remove it. I want us to do a part payment. A part payment, you see amount to pay now, you can change it to 30,000. Part payment of Brixton drink. Payment mode, Zenith check. So remember, this supplier, I'm supposed to be owing this supplier. So I click on post, then I print. This is my purchase voucher. I can print this thing and keep it inside the file. Now, if I go to the report, let's assume that I go to order, the supplier statement of this customer for today. I'll come here. I have supplier statement for today only, NGware Venture. Then if I click it, you will see. Let me make it wider. You can see this is the purchase of 50,000. This is payment of the 30,000. So now the next stage is to knock out. If I need to come and pay this supplier the remaining balance, I'll come to purchase payment. I'll click on new, then I pick the supplier. So I'm having some previous transaction with this person before that I've not settled. That's why I'm having this. But the last one I did, maybe this one, this 29. Let me click it. Let me put amount first. Let me just say 1, because it won't allow me to see. Okay, this is what I'm owing. This is what I'm owing on this. So what I need to do now is to now select only this transaction and put, let's say 10,000. Then payment mode, this one is cash, so this one will be drawn from my petty cash. So I can now post it in. Sorry. No. NGware. I tick here. Okay. 10,000. I tick this one because he auto tick the first one. So that's why the payment just went into the first one. So I select this. I select petty. I post the payment. Then I can print the payment version as well. Now this supplier, you can see the 10,000 is reflecting now, showing the remaining balance of 10,000. So that is how to manage your supplier. Now the same thing, if you go to your store balance for this item, because we have purchased 100 in, we can have 50,000. So we go to order. Let's look at how to raise an order, because you have a customer sitting down on different table. They are asking for drink. How are you going to raise an order? The waiter will put in the name. Okay, let me use the Felix, the one I created, as a waiter. So Felix as a waiter, login, will click a new order. So he needs to open a table, maybe table 20. The person is on table 20. And what are the things he ordered for? On this drink also, he needs, let me look at soft drink. When you click on the item group, it opens the item families, soft drink. So when you click on soft drink, then you have Coke. You have the Britain that we just created. That is on the drink. Okay. Let's say food. I click on food. I have Afro main. Then maybe I say chicken. This chicken is a kitchen item. So this software will send the orders of the bar to the bar printer, the network printer. and it will send the orders of the kitchen to the kitchen. So now I click send order. So when I click send order, the first one is coming in. So I'll say order 1. I want us to see because I'm not using the reprinter, I'm using a virtual printer. Let's look at how the printout is going to be. So I'll create a name. Let me create a folder, rest, and be putting all my printout in there for us to preview. So order 1. So it will also another order that's supposed to go to another printer. Let's say order 2. We will view it and see why is it printing on 2. So now we have the third one. We are not supposed to have the third one, but what happened is that the Brixton that we created, we didn't tie it to a particular restaurant section. So we now say Brixton. Let me just, we don't know, then we just say order 3. Okay. So when the order is created, you see the table here. Now this is the order from the application. Now let's see the order from the mobile. So on the mobile here, I'll have my mobile here. Let me log in again. Okay, let me just log out. Let me re-log in. So I'll log in. Now to raise the order here, I click on new order. Now let me open a tables of 500, and I'll say continue. Now from which section am I taking this order from? I need beer 33 export. I send it. What else do I need? I need shisha. I'll send it. So at the end, I'll say send the order. So the order has been sent. You can see it wanted to print. Let me say mobile 1. So that is the order. What is happening? Not seeing the table yet. Okay. Oh, okay. Because the reason why we are not seeing the order here is because I'm not the one who created it. I use built-in administrator to log in there. So what I will do now, let me log out. When a cashier log in, like built-in administrator has a cashier right. So it's going to see the 2 tables. So we have the 2 tables here. We have the table for the 2 table. The cashier is going to see the 2 table, but when a waiter log in, waiter is going to see only table that pertain to the waitress. Now let's see how the order look like when he send those order. So let me come to my documents. I create a folder called rest. The first one we did, we have order 1. So let's look at it. This order 1 was Briton. So if you look at it, we didn't assign printer. That's why it's not seeing a section where I send it to. If you look at this printer, it has no section where this order goes to. So you just use a default printer, which is cashier receipt printer, to print this order. So let's look at order 2. You can see order 2 is showing that, okay, Coke bar, it go to the bar printer, bar. So that means it has a section. Now order 3. Order 3 was a kitchen order. So that's why the shaking goes to the kitchen. Now the one from mobile. We have the 3 export, and it's also print from the bar. So the reason why we are not seeing the shisha, maybe it's not tied to the bar. To tie a particular item to the restaurant section, like Brixton, this is the section. Oh, sorry. Okay, I need to set this application to show the software mode. The software mode was not on restaurant. So let's close this order. To close, if the cashier that log in to close this order, we select it and click on close order. So it comes to the invoice. We proceed to payment. Then in the payment, we can have cash of 500. Then we have GTB POS for the second one. We click on post. So this will print the receipt out. Let me say receipt. We are going to view how it's going to look like as well. Then I close the next order as well. You can double click to view it. When you view it, you can see that shisha is there, but it's not aligned with any printer. So we said we are going to close it. There is a close button here as well. You say close table. That open it again. You say pay. Now in this pay, I will now have Zenith POS to close this one direct. Zenith. At the end of the day, let's assume that I'm true. This is where to do the end of day. If I've not closed today's date, even if I like, I should sell till middle of night till the second day until I close this end of day. That's when my date will roll over to the next date. So, but in this case now, let me just print how the end of day is going to look like. Let's say end of day. So I'll exit. Now let's look at our printout again. We have receipt. You can see this is the breakdown of our receipt. Cash is this, POS, GTB POS is this. That is the first one. Now Zenith. I have Zenith of 33 export 1000, Shisha 3000. So I can have my Zenith POS. Now we've seen it. Let's see our end of day for today, for what we have done so far. We can have the summary of item by item. We have all this total. Summary by item group. we have the group. Drink is this, food is this, cigarette/shisha is this. Summary by item family, so it break it down. Payment mode report, you have it this way. Now we don't have any void for today, that's why we don't have void report. Then how does void look like? Let's assume that a customer requested, say table 200. Now I open this table. The customer requested for drink, maybe I say beer, Aloma Vita, Goldberg, Gouda. I send the order. Order 200. So the person now said, oh, return Gouda, I don't want Gouda again. If a customer said return Gouda or return any one of the item, what we do is to open this order. When we open the order, we can select, okay, we don't want Gouda, we select the Gouda and click on void item. Are you sure you want to void this item? But note, this one can only be done by the person that have the right to void the item, maybe a supervisor. So that is voided. So, and that has reduced the value on this order. I can proceed and close this order. Now let me use another payment, GTB transfer. So I click on pay, post, receipt. So now I've done all the orders and the receipt has been posted. If I want to see all the list of the table used today, these are all the list of the table used for today. So if I want to see the sales list, this is my sales list for today. Anyone I click here, I see the breakdown of the item. Now I can go further. I can go further and go to the setting, go to sales report. From this front I have some sales report. I can have, let me have sales analysis of what was sold today. This was total. The same things, I can also see the payment received by payment mode, report by payment mode. We now have so these are all the payment mode for today. Now let's look at how all this thing is reported at the back end. So I'll minimize this screen. Look at my back end. Let me log in again because I changed the mode the other time. So this is what I'm trying to show you last time when I log out. Then even on the dashboard here, as they are making sales, you can see the outlet reported. This outlet is showing totals of 8,500. Even from this dashboard, if you click here, you will see the breakdown. But only the person that has the privilege can only see this. If you don't have the privilege to see the sales, if you come here, you will not see anything on the dashboard. You can see this is the breakdown. Now this dashboard is also showing us the top 10, 12, 20 items for today, because all of them are 1111. So they just arrange it based on how it comes in. Now the item, I said, okay, in restaurant section, when you are registering the item, Bristol, I can select whether it's bar, cigarette section, kitchen, or none. But now it's bar. I can put it on bar and save it. When next I order for this item, it will send the printout to the bar. Now let's even see just a little of our accounting report. So if I come here to account report, I can have what is called account report. I can have trial balance for today. You can see everything that happened today. Total is trial balance. Our total debit is equal to the total credit. Now let's look at profit and loss. Profit and loss, let me just show this simple one. For today, under the income, sales was this. Drink, sales, I think food was reported to be showing under sales here. We can rename the account. Let me rename the account and we come and check it to have the overview of what is happening there. So let me come to accounts, say chart of accounts. Now look for the sales. I can change this to food. Food sales. So we have it now, food sales. Let's go back to our profit and loss again to see. Now you can see food sales for today 2,000, drink sales for today 35, cigarette was 3,000. Cost of sales, this cost of sales also we can change it to the cost of sales of food was this. Drink cost of goods sold was this. Cigarette cost of goods sold was this. The gross profit for today was this. Operating expenses, nothing. Operating profit is this one minus this one, we have this. Other expenses we don't have. So everything, at the end of everything today, we have this. We didn't set up the company tax. That's why it's saying company tax is 0, because we didn't set it up. Once we set it up, it will generate. Let's assume that I come here, I said account report, company tax. Oh, this company pay company tax to federal government or state government. I'll say 30. Save it. That is the company tax. Now percentage. Now the next things I want to show is the expenses, because when we look at our profit, we don't have any element of expenses there. So let's assume I want to post expenses for today. I'll say expense posting. Click on new. I click on where am I posting these expenses from? I'm posting the expenses from petty cash. I'm posting the expenses from petty cash. Then I click on G51 rooftop. Then I'll put the description of the payment of fuel 10 liter, and the amount is let's say 800. Then the call center, okay, here we've not set up the call center, so let me even set the call center so that we can go there. In expenses, we have expense call center, account, expense call center. I click on new. What are my first expense call center? For example, I have fuel that I'm using every day. Fuel, generator fuel. Let's say generator fuel. So the generator fuel, which expense account will it be? So I don't have this account. I'll create this account. I'll say fuel, generator fuel expenses. Which category is expenses? So I can call it we have administrative expenses, we have operating expenses. So operating expenses, sales and marketing expenses, then under the income statement. I will save it. So if I now look for fuel, generator fuel, then I can tie it to this cost center. I'll save it. Now let me go back and post my expenses. I'll say expense posting, click on new, then select where am I drawing the money from. I'm drawing this money from petty cash. Then the branch of this petty cash, the branch is rooftop. Then fuel for office generator 10 liters. Then let us assume 10 liter is 800. The cost center, I have it now, fuel. Then do I give the money to the staff that are responsible for the fueling that collected this morning? Maybe Kayode. So I'll add it. Then post these expenses. Click on yes. Then this is my journal. This is what happened. If you look at this transaction now, expense accounts was debited while where you draw the money from, which is the petty cash, was credited. So at every point you post from this backend, you see what happened. So when we go back to our profit and loss, let's generate it for today. Then we have figure for operating expenses now, which is 800. So our operating profit was 4,900. Our gross profit was 5,000. Then if we have other expenses, by the time at the end of everything, we are going to have it down this way. So that is the reason why it's not showing company tax of 30% that I set up, because I didn't close this application and log in again after the setting up. So everything is going to work the way we have structured it out here. Now let's look at our store balance report after we have made sales, because the front, you can see that everything that happened in the front, it reports it to the back end and the account posting takes place automatically. Let's look at our foods, our drinks. At least if we can't remember any of these items again, we can still remember Brixton. Okay. Let's say search across all the warehouses, because the warehouse that the other one uses is different from the main store. I'm checking only the main store. Let's say select from all the across the warehouses. Let's just look at the Britain. You can see the Britain that it remained 99 because we purchased 100 in, and this is what we have at the end of the day. So we have seen our stock, we have seen everything. Then there is a production as well on this software, production of food. But that means under these items, as we are registering the items, for example, let me say chicken, all the recipes needs to be set up. This is where you set up the recipe, the raw materials that form each of these items. So mangi chicken, everything set, you have to select it, everything that make up this thing. So that is the demo on the IClass Retail POS, IClass Retail Restaurant Biz Manager. The Biz Manager is for the back end. The restaurant POS is for both cashiers and waiter. So depending on the way you want to set up. And don't forget that we have also shown you the mobile version of it. The why is not clear here is that because you are not seeing the physical device, is the screen of the mobile phone I'm using that I projected here. So you can see, if I want to see If I want to add to the order, to existing order, there is no any existing order here. So these are just the orders that to crown it all, let me raise one order again for us to see. I can have a new order, table 300. Sorry, let me go back. I'm not showing my screen. New order, table 300. So search for champagne. I need one champagne of Moet Imperial. Save. I can add more item. Let me add kitchen item, like under the food main dish. I need chicken pasta. So this is chicken pasta. Let me select it. Chicken pasta. Let's assume that I need a kitchen remark on this item. Little salt and pepper. This is a remark that we show to the along with the item. So we have this item, we have this item. This screen is not well arranged because I'm using a mobile phone. As I've said, the best thing is to use tablet, and on tablet you will see it very clear. So you send the order to the printer. So when you send it to the printer, it will be printed. So it has sent to the printer. I don't know which one is this. Let me say mobile. I don't know which one, but let me say mobile 11131. Then the second one came because I have both kitchen and bar. Let me say order. Mobile 112. So when you go back to your this thing, you have it here. This order 72,000. The same thing you can still add to this order. If a customer said he needs goodies on this order, if the customer said he needs goodies on this order, you come here, you come to add to order. You can see the order here. You tap the order. When you tap the order, these are the two items on it. Click on it, then look for Gouda is under the beer. Click on beer, then look for Gouda. You select Gouda, then send it, then send to printer. So when you send to the printer, it print out also. This is mobile 113. So let's look at the printout also from the back here. Okay, mobile 111. You can see bar Moet IC Imperial. Mobile 112, chicken pasta. This is, you see the comment you wrote was bracket little salt and pepper. 113. Oh, he repeats this one. Okay. So this is the perfect solution for your restaurant and bar, nightclub, hotel, event center. If you want any further demonstration, you can call us or reach out to us. our information will be displayed on this demo. In case if you want to see us or you want to call us, for more details demo, call us on this particular phone number. Thanks.